You like to believe you know yourself, that your thoughts are your own, your choices deliberate, your reactions justified. That belief is the first illusion. Here is the quieter truth. Most of what runs your life operates without your permission, without your awareness, and often without your consent. This isn't about manipulation by some distant them. It's about the invisible system inside you that learned how to survive long before it learned how to tell the truth. The mind is not a mirror, it is a storyteller. It edits, trims, rearranges, and fills in gaps with comforting fiction. Not because it's broken, but because accuracy was never its job. The first psychological fact is simple. Your brain does not care about reality. It cares about coherence. A story that makes sense feels safer than a truth that destabilizes identity. So the watcher inside you accepts the script it's handed and calls it me. The second fact is harder. You experience the world after your brain has already decided what it means. Emotion comes first. Reason arrives later, pretending it was always in control. Logic is not the driver, it's the narrator, standing behind the wheel, explaining why the turn already taken was inevitable. This is why arguments rarely change minds. They threaten the story, not the facts. The third fact hides in plain sight. You don't see people as they are. You see reflections of unresolved parts of yourself. The traits you admire, the behaviors you despise, the reactions that feel disproportionate. They're mirrors, not measurements. Your mind externalizes its shadow so it doesn't have to look directly at it. The fourth fact follows quietly. Familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar peace. Your nervous system learns patterns early, not healthy ones, predictable ones. So you're drawn to situations, relationships, conflicts that feel recognizable, even when they hurt. The script is known. The ending is predictable. That feels like control. Here's where the tone shifts. The fifth fact removes the excuse. Most of your habits are not conscious choices. They are rehearsed responses. You call them personality. They are conditioning. Your reactions fire before awareness wakes up. By the time you decide, the body has already committed. The sixth fact deepens the cut. Memory is not a recording, it's a reconstruction. Each recall rewrites the event, nudging it closer to who you need to believe you were. This is why confidence grows with repetition, not accuracy, and why certainty often signals distortion. The seventh fact is uncomfortable. You trust confidence more than competence. So do others, so do you. The mind reads certainty as safety, hesitation as weakness. Truth gets filtered through tone, not substance. This is how masks rise faster than insight. The eighth fact is quieter still. Most people don't want truth, they want relief. Truth destabilizes, relief restores the story. So the mind avoids information that threatens identity, even when it would simplify life. Ease is not clarity. Ease is reduced friction. Now the mirror turns. The ninth fact dismantles the myth of self-awareness. Thinking about yourself is not the same as knowing yourself. Introspection often strengthens the narrative instead of questioning it. You don't observe the system, you observe the explanation the system allows. The 10th fact explains why this works. Attention feels active, but it's mostly reactive. What you focus on was often chosen for you by fear, by desire, by repetition. The watcher believes it's directing the spotlight. It's usually just following it. The 11th fact is where resistance spikes. Identity is a defense mechanism. It protects continuity, not accuracy. Change feels threatening because it implies the past version was incomplete. So the mind defends the mask, even when it suffocates. And finally, the 12th fact. Self-sabotage is not self-hatred, it's self-protection. If you never fully succeed, you never fully risk exposure. The script stays intact, the shadow remains unexamined, the watcher stays comfortable. This is why life feels harder until something breaks. Not because the world is hostile, but because the story you're living inside demands constant maintenance. Ease doesn't come from control, it comes from alignment, and alignment threatens the mask. So the system resists, quietly, relentlessly. Not to harm you, but to keep the story alive.